Today I lucked up by setting my Wi-Fi hotspot to bomb detonator. Title says most of it. I was at a tech conference today. I like to broadcast random Wi-Fi hotspot names to mess with people, and after the recent story about the Planet Fitness I thought it would go over well as a joke. I mean, who hasn't seen FBI surveillance vans at work? Holy duck. Do not do this. Cops got called. I got to spend about 45 minutes chatting with them. They asked a lot of questions. They had to make sure I'm not a threat. I cooperated fully. I have no doubt being a white guy at a nerd gathering probably helped. I was told I wasn't being charged. I was, however, told to leave by the venue and not come back. Flash forward 2 hours and I go to log into my work email on my phone. Password failed. Again. Okay, let's not fat finger this and lock the account. Pull out the laptop, remote into my work PC. Go to login. Your account has been disabled. Contact your system's administrator. 20 minutes later I get the text message. You are being placed on paid administrative leave effective today 5/23 while the agency investigates today's events surrounding you being removed from the venue. You are not to complete any work, access agency networks or report to the office during your leave. We will contact you when the investigation is complete. TLDR, immature joke kills career, film at 11. Obviously if you secretly wanted to remotely detonate a bomb, you'd call your detonator's hotspot bomb detonator. And this was the logic that I used to justify the joke in the first place. People couldn't possibly believe that, right? Oh, they like to make sure. So what you're saying is that your company has a new opening? Prepares resume. Personal qualities. Has never made a bomb joke at a public gathering from a company device on company time. You're hired. Paid administrative leave. Vacation. Today I lucked up by trying to buy an Instant Pot at Target and probably ending up on a terrorist watchlist. This started yesterday but I didn't realize my duck up until today. Yesterday, I stumbled on a price mistake for the 6-quart Instant Pot at Target. They were ringing up at $10 a piece instead of $80. I decided I would get some Christmas shopping done early and flip a few. I ordered 10 for in-store pickup and 10 for delivery in case either order got cancelled. Well, the delivery order was cancelled but I got an email that the in-store pickup was ready. I go to Target and give them my ID. They look it up and can't find it at first. I give them the order number and I hear the one guy say to the other something about it being cancelled and they are both giving my odd looks. The one says he has to let the manager know I'm there so they radio over and the manager says it was cancelled because of the price mistake. Seems a little odd that they needed the manager over the radio just for that, but I didn't think much of it. Fast forward a little earlier this afternoon. The doorbell rings and my wife comes and tells me there are 2 guys at the door asking for me. I step outside and they identify themselves as detectives from the State Police Counter-Terrorism Unit and they start questioning me about why I'm trying to buy 10 pressure cookers and if I know what they can be used for, if I'm making bombs and so on. They even have a picture of my car from in the Target parking lot. I did my best to explain the price mistake and how I found it, etc. I think they accepted my explanation but I'm still nervous that I'm on a watchlist now. TLDR. Tried to take advantage of a price mistake and buy 10 Instant Pots at Target. Got interrogated by State Police Counter-Terrorism Unit why I was buying 10 pressure cookers that could be used to make bombs. 6 months from now, OP. 12-hour Sudafed for $1 a box. Time to stock up. How could I pass on such a great deal? Instant Pots are great, $10 would have been a giveaway. I recently started making yogurt in mine. Tastes great. Highly recommend. What a great time to start googling about potential holiday destinations in the Middle East. Damn, I was thinking of a Russia, China, and North Korea tour. Today I lucked up by chuckling away being overpaid. Obligatory this concluded today. I've been working for Uncle Sam for about 7 years now. I'm severely desensitized to government fuck-ups and one day I received a letter from DFAS, the guys who actually pay us, that I was overpaid 2 whole cents. Silly I thought, between the postage, which for the government is free, but for someone it costs something, which I could probably estimate to be around 75 cents, the man hours of sorting, sending and tracking that damn letter, and the gas money used to ship the thing to my front door. It was probably a $5 letter, to collect 2 cents. Laughing it off, I taped it to my fridge as a reminder of whom I work for and why I should always pay my taxes as they are put to good use. Looking at you F-35, and forgot about it. A month later, 2 weeks ago, I get another nastygram in the mail, but at the job. We contacted you at address XXXXX. If this is not your place of residence, please update it and give us our 2 pennies. Now I'm kinda miffed and beyond amused that not only do they pay me before I ever see my money, meaning that duck-ups are entirely on them, but now I'm being hounded for their fuck up, and collectively we are all down about $10 of taxpayer money. Being the class A humorous guy that I am, I send an envelope with 3 pennies in it, and a poorly written sticky note saying, "Here your 2 cents. I cunted it all myself." I lobe me job. Covered the entirety of the envelope in stamps, Harry Potter style, and threw that ducker in the unit mailbox. This was a bad play because apparently feds have no sense of humor. 2 weeks later, 1 week ago, I got called into my officer's office. Not a place an enlisted man ever wants to be. I was sketched out, but it does what it's told. I'm standing there on the rug when he pulls out from his desk an envelope from our paycheck people. Me, mind explaining to me why I received a letter containing a single penny with a note explaining how you overpaid $19 postage on a letter, over a 2-cent payment? Well sir, they spent like $15 now sending me mail, so I thought I'd compensate them with a cent extra and some stamps to help out. Patriotism, you know sir? Well, if you feel that patriotic, you can patriotically volunteer your free time too. We need these floors cleaned for reason, and we're looking for a class A go-getter to clean them. Apparently captains have no sense of humor either. Until tonight, I've been spending my free time mopping a lot of floor space. Thank you Army. I will never forget you. TLDR, Army overpaid me 2 cents. I paid them back 3 and had to mop floors for their duck-up because feds have sticks up their asses by birth. I rolled a cent into letters, one with the extra penny, and one demanding that they mail you the other penny back because you overpaid them in error. Today I ducked up by making a poorly timed pun at work. This happened yesterday. I'm still laughing about it. People still won't talk to me. Yesterday started off as any normal Tuesday. I strolled into work a little early, got my stuff together, and hopped on our weekly Tuesday morning meeting. I was on the schedule to give a short presentation on some of the work I've been doing, creating documentation for the standard technology we use in our business division. I'm wearing my noise cancelling headphones, watching these much more experienced engineers talk about their work with the company infrastructure. About 45 minutes into this meeting, I notice the engineers on my row stand up and quickly moving toward the exit. I take off my headphones and hear an alarm going off. All I could make out was this voice saying BZZZT-burb. This is not a drill. My mind jumps to fire. So I run with a pack to get outside. We get outside, and I see people sprinting to their cars and driving away. I think to myself, that seems awfully uncharacteristic of a fire. I find one of the guys from my team and ask him what he heard. He said this alarm alerted the campus of a possible armed assailant on the property. 30 minutes later, dozens of police cars have shown up, there is a media helicopter circling the building, and armed guards with their weapons drawn scanning the building floor by floor. Definitely not what I was expecting going into today. I find some of the other workers I've talked with. I told them I was supposed to be giving a presentation today that I'm not entirely sure I was ready for. My next thought just blurted out, "Guess I really dodged a bullet there." They all just stared at me. I realized it as soon as I said it. My face got super red, my palms got sweaty, and I just turned around to leave for the day. Fast forward to today and no one is talking to me. TLDR, possible armed assailant reported at my work, and I just fed the trauma. That's okay. One time I was at a funeral for a friend who died suddenly and tragically at a young age. He was all dressed up in a nice suit and tie in his casket. After viewing his body, I was standing outside awkwardly with some of our friends trying to think of something to say. Someone remarked how odd it was to see our pal dressed up in a suit and I just blurted out, Yeah, he wouldn't have been caught dead in that outfit. It's been 10 years and I'm honestly still embarrassed when I think of this moment. Did you use the finger guns when you said it? That would have been gold. If I had thought for even a second that would have been perfect.